Tales from my D&D campaign.
Previously.
So you guys killed Baron Deathmore, and you now have 2 Vampire Kings chasing you. We must keep moving. If I get too far behind, you can just shoot me.
What?
Leaping flame counter. Teleports himself to the shooter. When you turn around, there is a stairway here. That was not there a minute ago. Looks like an invitation. Albtrome, I presume? Yes, of course. Just for the sake of argument, what exactly do you want? All you have to do is kill Rygax. I'll cure my pet's nightmare curse, shove you all through a safe, convenient portal to the Fadelands, and you can put all this ugliness behind you. I must say, kind of tempted. But if you aren't going to take the easy way out, then all those other things I mentioned, enjoy! Rygax hasn't been defending himself too much, kind of assuming you're good people who wouldn't just murder him.
But Draven's my charge, though.
I don't think the Albtrome would put us in situations that are inescapable, whether because that's no fun for them, or perhaps they simply can't by the ancient laws. So he's a dungeon master. But it's going to be extremely dangerous, and I don't think we have a choice. Is there a curse on us? Not that I'm aware of. In for a penny, in for a pound.
Okay, I'm not gonna charge him, but I'm gonna hit him.
I wouldn't.
But Ghost, touch.
Just ignore him like he's not there, because he's not. I think this is all a figment of our imaginations. Of course, of course. I won't even be here. Observe. He fades away.
Damn it.
Just like I'm not even there. Like the Cheshire Cat.
I wanted to swing. I wanted to take a swing.
We'll just go down the path, figure out his maze, whatever. Find the path?
Well, if we're not actually going anywhere, like we don't have an objective, what would the spell even do?
But we know where the portal is, right? You know roughly where it's supposed to be, and the visible path is heading in about that direction.
But he's gonna move everything around.
Almost certainly.
Why don't we just tunnel through, though?
Really pissing his cornflakes. Let's just dimension door over. I'm sure it'll be fine. Actually, you know what I would do? We've got like 5 days. Why not just sit here?
That would be the perfect play.
Just set up a campfire. If he wants us to kill Rygax, he'll have to come to us. Do we have any marshmallows? Just reds. Give me a stick. You might like him better than me. That last one's not sitting well.
That's just it, though. How do you screw over a game master? Just don't play his game.
No, I'm serious. We do absolutely nothing. I'm sure we'll have to react to something. After about 10 minutes, Angel smells acid. And not just the rats. Man, it's not sitting well with me either.
Any way we can bypass it?
You're just sitting here. Bypass what? There are rules. He can't kill Rygax right out. I don't know the Albtrome's rules. I know that because we were invited, he can't simply erase us. But that doesn't mean he can't kill us more indirectly. I'm just waiting for the tsunami of acid to push us out. No tsunami yet, but you notice a strong, acrid scent as the ground on the far side of the clearing, the side opposite the path, starts burning away from underneath. You can't see how far down it goes, but it looks as though this clearing is over top of a deep pit. Mass fly?
What? No, that's just it. Don't do anything.
Nothing.
If we don't do anything, it's not fun.
Absolutely nothing.
If it's not fun, it's not sporting.
Do not humor him in any way, shape, or form. The burning crumbling of the ground is getting closer to you guys, as is the long drop into acid.
Unless anyone has a better idea.
Am I closest to the acid? No, you're still kind of in the middle. Little one is closest to the edge. In this do-nothing plan, I want to make sure my do-nothing isn't the first to fall off the edge. So it's on you, little one. Everyone else will have at least a little time to react after whatever happens to you. Or doesn't. I think my rat's almost done. Oh no. As the ground burns away, it's now close enough for you to see the bottom. It looks very much like just a pool of bubbling acid 30 feet below you, the size and shape of the entire clearing, like the trees just stop at the edge, their trunks and roots going all the way down to the acid. So we reach the point where Little One is about to tip over and fall 30 feet down into what looks like deep acid. Nothing. So you start falling backwards. If you want to catch yourself on the dissolving edge now, you'll take 1d6 acid damage.
Oh God. I don't know what to say.
He's gonna die. Later. Okay.
I do nothing.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'll get out the acid dice.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God. Man.
Oh, man. I don't think Rygax wants to violate your wishes, but he does not look like he agrees with your plan.
Which I glimpse as I fall.
This is not the right way to handle this. This guy's not gonna give a f***. He's got other people that he can... The rest of us are not going into the acid. It's funny like that, eh? How after one person dies, the rest are gonna take it more seriously. I wasn't not going to take it seriously once the acid showed up. There's an easy way out of the clearing. Anyway, take 38 acid damage. He's already in the acid? He didn't do anything to catch himself as the ground dropped out beneath him. Okay, the acid is about 10 feet deep, so you're actually sinking into it if you're not, like, treading acid. Okay, no, f*** this. I can't sit back and let him die.
Alright.
I could heal him, see how long he could stay in there.
No, we tried his experiment. By the way, Draven and Angel will have to move this round or also fall. I'm gonna shoot you, and you better f***ing teleport to me. Alright. Do you leaping flame out of the acid?
Yeah. If we don't all do it, it won't work.
Psst. Angel. I point at Rygax.
Nah. But Altrum's giving us this path? They're just trees. We should make our own path.
The ground is crumbling away in a crescent, such that the ground between you and the pathway should be the last to go. Also, Draven gets splashed for 1 point of acid damage from Little One fire reporting to you. Then it heals. Ow! Friggin' hurt! I don't know, you've burnt your hand on a beaker in a lab before, and that hurt for what seemed like forever. This hurt for like 3 seconds. Fast healing's good.
Did anyone have a better idea? If you guys had dropped down, it probably would have worked.
No. The Outcome would have let you all die. Would have been the most hilarious story to tell Asmodeus. Can you believe Rygax just sat there with his chumps? All they had to do was walk away.
I avoid the path and just walk into the trees.
You find that after only a few feet, the trees are clumped so unnaturally close together that even you can't squeeze through. You'd have to start sawing them down or something. This guy sucks.
Yeah, he does.
We'll start walking down the obvious path. After only 20 feet, the path opens up, the trees thin out, and you're in a more ordinary forest where you can choose your own direction. Any way you want, other than the thick wall of trees behind you. If you look back in a minute, all the ground in that clearing will have been eaten away, leaving just the deep acid pit.
You know, by the end of the adventure, I'm going to have killed Rygax. I don't even know why I'm blaming him for this.
He was pretty clear about don't go in this place.
I know, and we didn't plan to, but then it's like, I didn't think he could reach this far. We've been screwed by a lot of things he didn't think would happen. I don't like your hero, dude.
Yeah.
Moira's gonna cast Lay of the Land again.
There's some overlap with her casting yesterday, and the portal Dali Tossin told you about is in the same place, 10 or 12 miles away. But everything else she sees about the trees within the Alptrome's realm is different than what she remembered. I'm just gonna call him Al. That's fairly predictable.
Really? Honestly, we should have taken the deal.
I was tempted. My charge is Draven. That's who I have to protect.
And passive resistance didn't really work out.
We're in here because of him. Been dragging him around like a bad luck charm.
Then again, Little One being Little One, it's pretty hard for you to do something after somebody just told you to do it. True, especially when the guy's clearly a dick.
And it sounds like he wins if you do what he says.
Al's clearly not a master manipulator. Otherwise he'd have figured out a better way to get us to do it. The trees up ahead are starting to loom more densely, hinting at the exterior wall of another clearing, and gently funneling the party into a single path.
A kill zone?
Okay, Krill follows behind me, Draven follows behind Black, and Angel is Angel. She's f***ing everywhere.
She's a floater?
She goes wherever, like always.
Over here, my friends. Or is it over here? After narrowing for 20 feet, the path abruptly opens back into a big clearing, ringed by the wall of trees.
If this is the nightmare zone, shouldn't there be will saves left and right?
But we haven't had any yet, so I think we have to assume this isn't a mind-affecting thing, but actual solid stuff.
Could be an illusion, but not mind-affecting.
I bet the enemies will be real.
I'm hoping the enemies are real.
Well, they'll probably be physical, but I'm not sure that means they are real. Over here is a 3.5 foot tall stone with a big obvious keyhole in it, like a slit for an oversized novelty key. There's a 10 foot by 10 foot shaft, shut your mouth,
But I'm talking about shaft.
there's a 10 foot by 10 foot shaft cut into the ground in front of it, and that's about it. Otherwise, it's just a big grassy clearing surrounded by a thick wall of trees.
Just have Angel pick the lock.
There's no monster, no sirens.
Alright, let's have a look at this keyhole.
Rawr! Facehugger!
As far as you can tell, it's an inert, perfectly smooth key-shaped hole in the rock. No mechanism of any kind. If it is a lock, it's a 100% magical one.
Okay, I cast Knock.
I'll save you a casting. Knock doesn't unlock any lock, so much as open things despite locks, chains, or other impediments. There's nothing to open here.
No.
Peering hesitantly down the square shaft, they see that it's 100 feet deep, all stone except for about 6 inches of sod at the top. 6 inches below that, there is a rope ladder set into the stone, 2 ropes hanging all the way down, linked together by sturdy-looking wooden rungs. It's deeper than your dark vision, but those of you with low light vision can make out an object at the bottom, some kind of small metal loop lying on the ground.
It's the damned key. The damned key. So somebody's got to go down and get the damned key.
Do you just shoot regular arrows, or do you have funky archer stuff like Green Arrow?
Unfortunately, I wasn't prepared with fancy arrows when I fell into the fell. Just got my normal arrows for shooting things.
Alright, no grappling hook arrows.
Not even a boxing glove arrow?
That's only half of the key. Looks like it's missing part.
And something about the play of shadows down there hints that it's not a dead end at the bottom, but rather an intersection of 2 or more tunnels.
So, what's the call?
100 feet down. I could try Unseen Servant.
But it's only half the key. The rest must be down those tunnels.
Oh, I'm good with rope. There is already a rope ladder going all the way down. But do we trust it?
You touch it, it all turns to snakes.
I can just walk down.
I'm thinking either we all go, or just me and Angel go.
What if you get down there and come face to face with, like, a 3-headed...
Oh look, it's a Cerberus. Worst comes to worst, Krill shoots me, I teleport up.
All the way up?
Range 100 feet.
With Angel lurking just below the top of the shaft, Little One tests out the suspicious ladder, but it seems fine. Even when he sets foot at the bottom, nothing happens. Though from this intersection, he can now see 3 100-foot tunnels, and his low-light vision can just make out a small chest at the end of each.
This is how we get split up. This is how Scooby-Doo happens.
Yes and no, the hallways don't appear to have any doors. I'm Shuggy.
I think we all have to go down there.
Do we send one person down each tunnel?
I'll start down the... Alright, I'd grab the ring.
You pick up the ring, which is clearly half of a big novelty key.
Half. Not a third or a quarter.
Half. But as soon as you grab it, a stone slab slams across the top of the shaft, sealing it, just above the top of the rope ladder. Angel, you can easily end up below the slab, or did you want to make a reflex save to try to flip back through it before it closed?
Nah, I'll continue down.
Okay, so there's 2 of you down there. That's not as bad. It's officially a dungeon. Little One, there's no light anymore, and your 60-foot dark vision doesn't reach the ends of the halls, but you can hear movement just out of sight. It sounds like bodies falling down from above, and then shambling toward you.
Coming.
Meanwhile, outside, as soon as the shaft slammed shut, trees over here start to ignite, being burned away from the other side, and you can just make out some kind of movement behind them. Of course, first thing you do in every D&D game is split the party.
Oh no.
We could just dimension door down so we're all in the same place, but I don't think it's required yet.
I could just sonic blast the rock.
Nah, this is stuff we can handle.
Take the middle tunnel first, then if that doesn't work, try the others.
Pick anyone. Sure, we'll go mid. I move up and ready against enemies coming in range. I drop down the shaft to save time, activating my Ring of Featherfall just before landing.
The zombies ahead of Little One advance 20 feet. They may not be fast, but as they move, more zombies drop down from above, filling the space behind them.
So there are 10 zombies there now?
Exactly. And from the sounds of it, the same thing is happening in each of the other 2 halls.
I'll use my ready to action for lightning breath. 2 damage.
They are minions, but even minions at this level have 3 hit points, so they live.
I've got his back covered, with my spike chain's reach and combat reflexes. Actually, I may need your help to move forward. I'd get through them eventually, but I can only kill a few around, and they're piling in fast.
Okay, I move down your way.
Back on the surface, should we be backing up a bit? From the fires? That's probably an idea.
Magic circle against evil. As the smoldering trunks fall, they reveal a line of bulbous horned demons with disturbing wispy skull shapes swimming around their bloated bellies.
Yeah, those are demons.
This guy reaches down and tears a chunk of his own jiggly pyroclastic flesh out of his belly and hurls it between you, where it explodes in a 20-foot radius burst of soul fire. Mora and Black take 12 damage, reflex 25 for half.
Yeah? Well, take 4 points of damage back.
So, spread out then. The other one sees how ineffective that was, so it rips out a much larger chunk of its stomach and hurls it to do a maximized version. Maximized fireball? Only maximized 4d6 attack, so 24 save for half.
I beat it! Holy shit. Black made a reflex save.
Do I get anything special for rolling a natural 20 on a saving throw? You get to save successfully, so you only take 12.
But that's doing damage to themselves.
Yes, they are taking damage to do this.
Probably not as much as you are.
That's the idea. I do a Kirk shoulder roll over to Krillin, then I give his bow Holy. Like one of those video game rolls where you do the whole animation even though you only moved like 2 feet. Yeah. Then I move away to try and spread out a bit, though stuff's probably going to come over here too. Mora uses her Inspire Greatness song to buff her and Krillin's die rolls and hit points. These demons have no damage reduction, and their armor class isn't that high against heroes of this level, so Krillin lets loose a volley of splitting holy arrows, the very last one of which ruptures his target into a pile of squirming soul-looking things. Good thing we're getting double duty on that holy buff.
Yeah, those guys are actually pretty tough. Greater Shout.
Black's 60-foot cone hits all of them for 32 sonic damage. Most save for half, but one takes full damage and is stunned to boot. Their fort saves are too much for your low wisdom. I've noticed that Fet equals high fort saves.
I still haven't had a chance to buy a wisdom item. I'm not that optimized for nuking spells.
Sonic was a good choice though. Demons and devils have tons of resists, but these guys do take full damage from Sonic.
They're also deafened, even if they save.
Sure, that'll teach them.
These things are filled with wayward souls.
Rygax Eldritch blasts one for 33, chains to these 2 for 17, no, 8 because they saved. There's a second save against blindness, but oh, hey, one actually fails. Blinded and deafened? Sucks to be him. Well, I've gotta hurt them. I want to force the guy Rygax did the most to. Take 38 damage. On the demon's turn, they each fast heal 5, the same amount of damage they take to make their basic Soulfire attack, without maximize. One is stunned, but blind and deaf guy, only because their main attack is a big area blast, will make his best guess based on what he last saw, hitting, I don't know, here. Oh.
Get in my belly!
One wastes his time attacking Black in hand-to-hand, but the others drop a maximized Soulfire on Mora, Krill, and Rygax, who thankfully all save, and then a pair of Soulfire blasts which, at the cost of an extra large chunk of demon flesh, increase their radius instead of increasing the damage, allowing them to fry everyone, despite the party's efforts to spread out. I'm down to 25.
Mora's at less than that, 10 HP.
What? She has a lot less hit points than the long-term PCs with their higher level and their +4 con items.
She's getting out of the battle.
Hey, did I get any buffs?
Nope, no buffs for you. Sorry, they worked double on Krillin.
And I missed.
It takes Krillin 2 shots, splitting into 4, to drop the most injured one. Then he shoots another demon for 23 and 14.
So you don't have any kind of magic quiver? What happens when you run out of arrows?
I've only used like 100 since we started. I brought 1,000. So that's like about 6,000 damage worth of ordnance times 2 unbuffed.
He spent like 10%.
Those 3 giant zombies, the big ones I took down, that was only 30-40 arrows.
Mora gets as far from the others as she can and heals herself for 36.
If she passes her saves, that would absorb a lot of their fireballs.
This guy gets an attack of opportunity as I move up and switch back to my flail. Then I use its ability to whirlwind these guys. I hit all of them for 13.
Rugax once again blinds one demon, bloodying another with his arcing Eldritch Blast. Then he tries to spread out even further. Down below, the zombies are advancing.
I lightning breath all of them. As long as I roll 3 or higher on my d6, it's save or die.
They have predictably terrible saves, but with excellent rolls, 3 of the 10 survived.
Yeah, I think I'll just keep doing this.
One problem, every time you kill one, it leaves behind a patch of gooey blackness on the ground. You've seen this before in Woodbridge, patches of negative energy. 2 zombies reach little one, but miss their attacks. Single zombies are 0 threat, but if 3 or more manage to swarm him, they will do automatic damage. I'll charge across the ceiling to kill one of the ones next to him, and now I can attack of opportunity as they come at us. Between my own turn and combat reflexes, I can kill up to 9 a round if they keep charging them.
Evil?
That's craziness. She's killing zombies. How is that evil?
That's just the current circumstances. It could be anyone.
Little one has this flash where, for a moment, he imagines just normal people advancing as Angel shreds them. Like, holy shit!
And we all know how picky Angel is about who she kills.
Then 8 more drop down from a 4 by 10 foot gap in the ceiling over the chest. That means there are probably like 18 down each of the other tunnels.
How can you stop them from coming down?
We'll figure it out.
They're doing all fire damage? It's actually half fire, half evil or something. Effectively half untyped. Oh, really? Well, I'll still cast Mass Resist Fire. So we all have 30 fire resistance for, like, 2 hours. That effectively cuts their blasts down to half damage now. The evil half. Now, Black just hit all these guys in melee. That gives them each a free action on their next turn to spew out a cone of flaming shit.
Wait, did you say flaming shit?
Technically, it's flaming soul goo.
Okay, good.
Because that's so much better. Reflex 23 for half. At least they do half damage now. Man, don't waste your good die rolls on the first one. It's the saddest attack ever.
I saved.
Okay, so you take half of 12, 6 damage, but then you resist the fire, so take a whole 3.
Saved again.
Holy.
That was another bad roll, so take another 3. He saved again!
Saved again. 3 reflex saves.
He's matrix dodging all of a sudden. I assume it's mostly shield work. Anyway, take 2 from that one. Man, every single damage roll was terrible. The last one is 10.
Nope, finally one got me.
Okay, so with fire resistance, you take 5.
He has negative energy resist.
Yeah, but the non-fire half isn't negative, it's untyped. I got them from a book, so their BS is legit. Anyway, that counterattack was really sad, but those were all free, just spurting stuff from their wounds for their actual actions. So this blind one, he's gonna drop a 40-foot blast, because it's his best chance to accomplish anything. I guess here. Does that? No. Looks like he missed Mora. Hits Rygax, Krill, and Draven.
Oh, I'm gonna kill him first.
17 damage. Draven's buff resists the fire part, so 8 unholy damage, save for half. Getting pretty low here. Let's see, this guy claws Black, and of course misses.
I'm using my free attack on miss this time. Crit, take 36.
That's a very expensive miss.
This one misses, but actually hits with his second attack due to flanking. Takes 6.
Ooh. And he takes 5 from hitting me.
Look, demons love to tear people apart with their bare hands. However, this guy is pretty hurt, and he can see that's not working out. So he steps back, reaches deep, and drops a maximized Soulfire Blast on you. 24 damage, though it's only 12 after fire resistance.
Hey, I saved, so I take 6.
That's actually less damage than he inflicted on himself to cast it. Good thing they're immune to their own blasts.
You and them are just sitting there countering and countering each other back and forth.
Are they done? Krillin unleashes another volley, exploding a badly hurt demon in a spray of goo, then blasting holy holes into another until it too died. Okay, you barely killed him. This one doesn't even burst, it just kind of slumps over like a slowly deflating balloon. Mora hits for 7 and crits for 15, against one not in melee because she doesn't have precise shot.
Whirlwind again. So I'm gonna kill these 3, AC 20?
Nope, you only hit the blind one. As the endless zombies shuffle forward 20 feet, Angel's spike chain lashes out, cutting down 4 with attacks of opportunity.
I could have killed more if they moved faster.
Lightning breath for 5?
Wow, you killed all 10 this time. I know last turn they got lucky, but odds were 1 or 2 would survive.
If I use Quicksilver Motion to move as a swift action, am I going to get hit by every one of these puddles?
It's really a near instant motion, so I'd say you could blur past them, sure. You'll still get hit by, say, 2 of the patches as you get to the end, though. 4d6 damage each, 42-19 for half.
Sure, I can't even fail that. So I Quicksilver over to that chest and rip it open. I don't care if it's locked or what. Smash it, who cares?
So you take half of 33, 16 negative energy damage from the floor. The wooden box, it isn't locked or trapped, but all you find in it is 1 copper piece. Woohoo! And there are definitely more zombies in a space up above, moving towards the hole from which they've been dropping down. They seem to be coming from a higher tunnel that runs back parallel to the one you just fought through.
I'll move up.
That's right. Those 4 she killed, that wasn't even her turn.
And I'll stand here right under the dispenser.
Just blend them as they come down.
And I cast Spider Climb on you, so you can get off the damaging floor.
Angel and Little One let the zombies go first, and as they drop down from the 4x10 foot shaft above them, the Gnome Assassin butchers most of them, splattering her ally a couple times with the negative energy goo. 23 damage, 19 for half.
I save on anything but a 1.
Just 1 slips through, clawing impotently at the half-dragon as it lands on him, but he crushes it with Revitalizing Strike, healing himself for 24.
Would have healed Angel too, if she'd been hurt at all.
Then they rush back down the hall, avoiding the floor and its life-draining puddles, ending near the intersection where, from the sounds of it, hordes more animated corpses are approaching from both sides. Back up top, Rugax finishes the most injured demon, and as he moves even further out, Draven attacks with his crossbow, tagging another one for 9 before the enemies fast heal another 5 hit points at the beginning of their turn. One uses its cone of free hit against Black, who fails to save, taking 8 damage after fire resist. Then,
We'll feast on your soul.
it stupidly wastes its turn attacking in melee. Both attacks bounce off Black's armor. This one starts clawing into his already bleeding gut, using most of the hit points he has left to unleash the most powerful Soul Blast yet. Widened and maximized. Everyone, except Mora, is hit for 24. Except it's only 12 with the fire resist. What, me too?
I save.
I'm unconscious.
I'll cast Close Wounds as an immediate action. Heals him for 10 before he goes down.
I'm conscious. The last one dies under Krillidin's fire.
Albtrom,
Yes?
I did enjoy that.
If you had this much trouble with the tutorial, it doesn't bode well for you in the real challenges.
I only spent 1 spell.
You're standing there totally fine. The rest of your team is all covered in burns.
If he thinks about it, he may realize I'm so tough that he'll have to focus more on me.
Or I can just wear you down while your friends perish.
Wait,
Did the Albdrome just respond to something you were thinking but not saying? That's not disturbing at all.
I concentrate on the mental image of me screwing Albdrome's mother.
Cure wounds. Is Draven hurt? No, I mean, not enough to care. Okay, Rygax blasts you, but unlike his usual purplish-black Eldritch blasts, this one is purpley-white. Technically, you could make a save if you wanted to resist. Nah, I trust Rygax. Really? He's a half-elf. Wise choice, because his prestige class lets him do this healing version of the Eldritch Blast. And he's chaining it to Mora and Draven for half.
Can he do that as much as he wants?
No, he can only heal with it 3 times per day.
Okay.
that makes sense.
Because I know he can Eldritch Blast all day long.
Yeah, he hasn't had unlimited healing all this time, just holding out on you. So Krillidin is healed for 30, and you two each get 15.
What about me?
He only gets 2 secondary targets, and you weren't as low. But I don't need out-of-combat healing anymore. Oh, that's right! He's not used to that. He'll take that into account next time.
Can you make healing potions out of your own blood?
Let's experiment. I will definitely try.
Left or right?
We've got a 50-50 chance.
We can split up. They can't hit us, and you can avoid the negative energy now with Spider Climb.
Here's what we're gonna do. Angel clears the intersection.
Done.
I use my ring to Wall of Force one side, move up, and Lightning Breath the other.
He zaps 60 feet worth of zombies, killing 3/4 of them, and with the other side blocked, Angel moves up, killing the couple survivors close enough to get near them.
Fighting on a wall is weird, but I can do this all day.
Advancing in this fashion, they quickly reach the chest, smashing it open to find the second half of the key. I just want to see if I can find a lever or something. You can't find any mechanism, just a solid chunk of stone, and all around it is dirt and sod. And as Angel noted before, the overlarge keyhole is just a key-shaped hole carved out of solid stone. Without warning, the stone slab slides back, reopening the shaft. Oh, I did it. You didn't do anything, you just looked at the lock. And then it opened. I'd say the correlation is undeniable. Now, your force field did end, so the zombies are swarming towards you from the other side.
They're still coming? The key fragment didn't stop it?
Well, there would have been a hallway full regardless, but yes, even above you, they are still shambling along and dropping down. From the surface, you guys see the shaft reopen, and the bottom is just a wave of zombies shambling from right to left.
Alright, I get ready to jump down. 3-point landing.
It's 100 feet down. You'll take a bunch of damage.
How much?
A lot.
Black pauses just long enough to see a blast of lightning from the left burn down a bunch of them, and more are shredded as Angel cartwheels up into the bottom of the shaft, with Little One close behind her.
Just before we go up, I wait, kill one zombie with Revitalizing Strike, and heal another 20.
And there aren't even any demons left to torch the rope ladder.
Not that we care.
Zombies are still milling around uselessly at the bottom of the shaft as the party is reunited at the top, where they snap together the halves of a key that looks like it would fit in the stone's prominent keyhole. Alright, I stick it in a hole. Over here, a bunch of trees suddenly collapse, as though they had been cut down, revealing a new path out of the clearing.
Let's never split up again.
Went fine for us.
A lot of damage happened up top. While the others are patching up, etc., Rygax begins to perform some kind of ritual over the demonic corpses.
Is that really necessary?
These souls deserve a better fate.
Some of them, perhaps. Others probably deserve much worse than they've got. But you're wasting time.
He's really not good at reverse psychology, is he?
Hey, Al, put up or shut up. Oh, you think you get to fight me? Hilarious. No, I think you're a chicken shit bastard who wouldn't fight anybody. You can make noise, but let my friend do his thing.
Damn, that was harsh.
Don't worry. Your souls are worth a good sight more to Asmodeus than those. I wonder what the real power around here is. Can't be that guy. He talks too much.
He does talk a lot.
How far is the portal now?
We've overcome one obstacle, but it's hard to say if we've made any real progress or not. We don't even know the rules.
Why don't we just ask him what the rules are? Al, what are the rules?
You want to know the rules? I thought you enjoyed bumbling around in the dark, but I suppose it's only fair if you don't mind ruining the mystery. Rule number 1. I make the rules, and I can add new rules at any time. Can you remove or change a rule once it's made? That sounds like it would be unfair. Interesting. Done. Rule 1B. Once I make a rule, it can't be changed. Rule number 2. Each challenge is to find the key, and use that key to open the way forward. Simple enough, even for all of you. Rule number 3. There is always a way out. Though, of course, depending on which of you happen to die after a challenge begins, it could become impossible for the survivors. Happy?
Find the key, find the way out.
The trials are all possible.
Unless too many of us die. The trials are all fair for the group. Half the group, not so much.
How many trials?
Fine. Rule number 4. Once you complete 20 challenges, I will give any one of you still alive safe passage to the planar portal. One down. 20? You may have a point. You aren't proper heroes like they had in the old days. Even you are just the dregs. What would be a reasonable number for a bunch of third-rate adventurers like yourselves?
1.
How about just one challenge, but make it extreme?
I'd rather a few less extreme challenges.
But you're forgetting rule number 1. I make the rules. Rule number 4. Once you complete 5 challenges, I will give any one of you still alive safe passage to the planar portal. Interesting to note that he technically may have just changed one of the rules, though presumably he's still in a processing state.
Yeah, he didn't actually change it, he just didn't state it right at first.
Now you have a win condition, a reward, and everything.
5 challenges, 1 leaves?
What?
For any one still alive.
No.
Anyone still alive.
Wait. I see what you're saying. the wording there. Anyone still alive.
Oh, very well, if it'll make you feel better. Rule 4B. The aforementioned safe passage, conditioned on completion of the specified number of challenges, is hereby defined to apply to any and all of you who are still alive at that time. That's a clarification, not a change.
That's better. Also, we've already done 3 challenges. The zombies, the fire guys, and the disappearing Thor.
If there's no key, it's not a challenge, as defined by rule number 2.
But we have used 1 key, so by that logic we have completed 1 already.
I suppose. Only 4 more challenges then? Surely any peon could manage that. What happens to the dead? Why, the dead are mine, of course. Forever. Or at least until I tire of them and give them in tribute to my lord Asmodeus. He won't mind waiting, as long as he gets this one while he's fresh.
Could we be re-healed after every successful challenge? Just to make it interesting.
Rule number 5. No haggling. Any more insipid questions? How badly do you want Rygax?
Hahaha, I like it.
That's for me to know and for him to die. That's the thing. He won't die. Even if all the rest of us die, I'll do everything in my power to make sure he doesn't. I know you think you're strong, and you are, but Rygax and I are not moved. That's the spirit! They move on, following the new path opened by the Keystone, which puts them back into a normal-feeling forest, though the trees are vaguely funneling them into one of 2 directions. They choose the path that leads deeper into the Albtrome's nightmare realm, until they find the trees grouping again into tight, solid walls. This clearing is smaller and much less open than the last, with a couple big clumps of trees in the middle, and the outside broken up into a number of smaller spaces, all joined by the broad central path, like a figure 8 looping around, with a short, hexagonal table at the path's nexus, almost like a bird bath. They move in, hesitantly, but they don't see any monsters lurking in there, nor does Angel smell anything but trees and grass. I shoot the table. Your bolt hits it and falls down, to no effect, as you would expect from hitting a sturdy stone object. As you approach, you notice a small depression in the tabletop, like an inch-deep hexagon cut out, matching the shape of the table itself.
So a hexagonal key somewhere around here.
Hex key on something?
Or in something.
It's an Allen key.
No, it's pronounced Albtrome. We'll see how they fail next time on Tales from My D&D Campaign.
Victor? Lost them east of Spinebark. There were Baron Deathmore Blast. Didn't Big Man himself show up? He spot me, and Cornello in person. No, you cannot take chances with the enemy. Not like that. Teufel Nochmal. Hera, would you be so kind as to scry my hammer?
You lost the black hammer?
Or planted a focus for your divinations on Rygax's new friends?
Of course. I see nothing.
What? It is a familiar object. Surely you can...
Nothing.
Then where'd they go?